Me coming back from the pub toilet on a bank holiday weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was quite a nasty fall.
Tell you what the problem is. I've got the I've got the hiccups.
Every YouTuber reviewing the latest Creed clone.
Very nice and bright, but it hasn't got that extra special something, has it?
And this was my ex-wife when I asked her to tie me to the bed and gag me.
It's not a very good game. It's boring.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. I'll try and keep this one brief today. 3 cheap classics, okay? I am going to try and diversify a little bit more. I'm not going to just keep doing too much stuff all about classic smelling fragrances. I don't want to typecast myself too much. However, today, what I felt inspired about most was to share with you 3 really great 80s and 90s classics that you can still get made in their modern formulas, really cheap prices around the world, and maybe good blind buys. So partly the channel is here for you guys to develop, to discover new fragrances that you might want to try. So this certainly fits in with that kind of aim there, guys. Don't forget, you can also buy Norton & Wilson fragrances by visiting nortonandwilson.com, link in the description. Why not try the amazing powerhouse for the 21st century, Chypre Fulminare, by our amazing perfumer, John Stephen. Okay, let's get into it. So 3 really good, kind of under £30 in each case, I think, almost, or close, fragrances. So first of all, we've got a really interesting bottle design. I just love that bottle design. Bijan Men. Bijan Men, 1987 release, described on Fragrantica as an amber fougere, whatever that means. Note listing is a long one, so I'll rattle them off pretty quickly. Bergamot, lemon, lavender, tangerine, nutmeg, musk, tarragon, jasmine, fir, iris, something that I can't read, rose, sandalwood, cinnamon, ylang-ylang, cedar. We also have clove, leather, patchouli, musk, rosemary, vanilla, vetiver. So a lot of different things, and that tells you almost nothing about how it smells. So this is a very dry, woody, aromatic fougere fragrance. It is very, very complex. There's a very long note listing that you can see there. Amber fougere. It doesn't really have any particularly sweet or warming or ambery notes that I pick up on, to be completely honest with you. It is really a very dry, classic aromatic fougere fragrance with a real 80s vibe. That leather note in there gives it this real 80s retro vibe. If you like old school fragrances, this is one that you really might enjoy. If you don't like things that come off a little bit harsh and over masculine in the first couple of moments after you spray it, so it's not going to be for everybody. And I do find as you wear it though, and it develops on the skin or even on clothing over time, just creates this lovely old school reassuring dad smell aura. I love the bottle design. I mean, lots of things you could use that for, I can't imagine, but yeah, it's really intriguing and charming. I really recommend this one. Price wise, I found it for £20.43, strange price, on Notino in the UK. That's a 75ml bottle. I'm not sponsored in any way by Notino, unfortunately. Next up, we got, of course, Cacharel Pour Homme, 1981 release, and £27.50. I found this. It's a 1981. Actually, I did spray it a couple of weeks ago. 1981 release. Gerard Goupy was the perfumer. Nutmeg is the key accord here, mixed with bergamot, lavender. We have clary sage, carnation, geranium, lots of florals, including ylang-ylang, lily of the valley. Then we've got cyclamen, jasmine, fir, vetiver, cedar, oak moss, sandalwood, amber, and musk. So this one, it's fresh, it's citrusy, it's green, it's floral, and it has that very distinctive note of nutmeg. That very, very easy to recognise if you've actually smelt nutmeg. No, you really do get that in this fragrance. It has a wonderful kind of French, garrulous, springtime, very appropriate for the springtime, optimistic, almost cocky kind of air about it somehow. I remember the famous perfume critic Luca Turin did not like this one. I'm not quite sure exactly his reasoning, but he said some kind of prat would wear it, and perhaps that's why I like it. I really enjoy Cacharel Pour Homme, 1981 release. Again, might have to be a blind buy for many of you. Probably worth the risk, £27.50, 100ml. I've actually got a 50ml there, but whatever. It really is rather intriguing. I love that bottle design too. Last but not least, let's fast forward a tiny bit to 1990, 100ml bottle for about £31 I found online in the UK. It's Eternity for Men, Calvin Klein. This is just that 90s, early 90s classic, so ushering in a different era. So this is kind of your typical 80s, bit of a powerhouse fougere vibe with Bijan. Cacharel actually had a uniqueness all of its own. but it smells a little bit old school. This one, at the time, was almost literally a breath of fresh air because it has this real nice freshness. It has, I think, some similarities to things like Cool Water from Davidoff, Platinum Egoist, which came out a little bit later, 1993, from Chanel, of course, and therefore, due to the Davidoff Cool Water link, maybe even Green Irish Tweed from Creed. A bit of a stretch, but I'm pretty sure there must be a sizable dihydromercenol note in there, which is one of the main aroma chemicals in those other ones I mentioned. Official note listing, though, is, again, these tell you almost nothing. Lavender, lemon, bergamot, mandarin, sage, juniper berries, basil, geranium, jasmine, coriander, orange blossom, lily of the valley, sandalwood, musk, vetiver, Brazilian rosewood, my favourite kind of rosewood, Argentinian rosewood, forget it, and amber. So it's floral, it's green, it's light, it's airy, it's very fresh, it's very likeable, it's very versatile, and it's great for spring and summer. I actually really still enjoy Eternity for Men, and I've been spraying it a little bit actually lately. Eternity for Men, just a light, crowd-pleasing, clean, it does smell sort of 80s, 90s vibes, or maybe more 90s vibes, I guess, and almost leaning towards a prototype of the aquatic type thing, but it isn't really aquatic. It's green, it's fresh, it's translucent, it's very easy to wear, and it has a slightly retro vibe in a really fun, happy, nostalgic way. I really like Eternity for Men. All three of them okay performance, none of them beast mode, none of them horribly weak. That's what I think. Let me know if you've enjoyed that. If so, please subscribe to the channel. If not, maybe subscribe anyway. Perhaps the next video will be better. It could hardly be any worse, could it? Remember, whatever you're doing in life, let's project, and although sometimes life really can stink, at least you and I can always smell good. See you next time. Bye-bye.